the question is, what's the purpose of marriage? Do you get out of marriage that you can't get in your regular relationships or friendships for that matter? So, why marry? Like, what purpose does marriage serve? Basically, that's the question.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mama. If you're new here, you're very welcome to the family. We're happy to have you here. Can you tell? Okay, alright, so let's get into today's video. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you should, by the way. So there's this thing I do, polls, and then I ask random questions. Also, if you haven't seen my video on should you date your friend's ex, you definitely should see that. So today's video is somewhat like that. I put out a question tag and a video asking people a certain question, and then I got replies. So I'm gonna be reacting to those replies, and then I'll give my personal opinion on the topic at the end of this video. So if we're cool with that, grab your popcorn and let's get this video started. Alright, so the first response says, alright, before I get to the response, my apologies. So the question was, what's the purpose of marriage? And then I put up a video explaining what really the question was. I'll play the video and then we'll come back to people's responses.
Okay, so I decided to do a video so that we can understand the question properly and nothing be lost in translation. So the question is, what's the purpose of marriage? Do you get out of marriage that you can't get in your regular relationships or friendships for that matter? So why marry? Like, what purpose does marriage serve? Basically, that's the question.
Okay, so we've seen the video now. Basically, the question was, what's the purpose of marriage? What can you get from marriage that you cannot get from your regular friendships or your relationship at the moment? Why get married? What's the purpose? Yep. Okay, so the first response was guilt-free sex for us born-again Christians. Yes, sis, I agree with you. You're not going to be doing things, and let's just leave it at that. Okay, because you understand what I mean. So the second response is for companionship, right? And in my opinion, if companionship is the only reason why you want to get married, then I feel like you might as well just stay in like your day-to-day relationship or friendship. Because I mean, you can get companionship from your friends or your relationship. The rebuttal might now be that, oh, relationships can be fleeting at times. Marriage is somewhat permanent. Right? So for relationships, it can end at any point in time. So I'm guessing that's why this person's saying for companionship. I don't know, but in my opinion, if it's just for companionship, okay. Somebody says for next of kin. I want to believe that when you say next of kin, you are referring to, okay, if you and your wife have children, your children will be your next of kin. Or do you mean that your wife will be your next of kin? Because if it's that we're looking for next of kin, your mother can be your next of kin, your father can be your next of kin, your brother can be your next of kin, your sister can also be your next of kin. So I'm going to assume, right, that you mean that next of kin as far, okay, when you have children, they're going to be your next of kin. And this person says Ebamibion. So if you don't understand Yoruba, I'm Yoruba by the way, from Osun State. Yeah, in case you didn't know that. Okay, so if you don't understand Yoruba, it basically means help me and ask them. So she's asking you guys, what's the purpose of marriage? Let me know in the comment section below. So a proper binding contract. Legally, you are recognized by the law as a married man or a married woman, so that in case things go south, legally they can pay so much sha. Don't really know about the state of this country, but in other sinner countries, right, when you're legally married to somebody, in the event that you want to dissolve the marriage, there are certain things you guys will get, or you guys come to an agreement, but for you to be recognized by law as being with somebody, right, you have to have a marriage certificate, which is your legal binding contract that you are married to this person. Okay, so let's continue. Next response says for procreation, sexual intimacy, amongst other things, right? So yes, if you decide to get married, right, one of your reasons can be for procreation, to have children. But let's actually be honest. Hmm? You can't have children without getting married, but okay. So I'm guessing this person is speaking biblically, right? Where the Bible says, "Go forth and multiply," right? It's so multiplication should only happen under the covering of marriage, right? So spiritually speaking, or biblically speaking, as it were, the only time you should multiply is after you've gotten married. After you've gotten married in your marriage, that's the only time that you should multiply. Again. Oh my goodness, you will not kill me. So this person says contract staff versus full-time staff scenario. So I'm guessing that we probably all know the differences between a contract staff and a full-time staff, right? You know the perks that a contract staff gets, and then the perks that a full-time staff get. Normally, the perks for being a full staff is higher than the perks for being a contract staff, right? But like in some climates, some companies and some industries, let's actually be honest, right? Contract staff, they pay them more than they pay their full-time staff. So you guys should do whatever you will with that information, but yeah, there's that. Okay, so this person says to get your life goals and purpose together, else there's no point. Feelings will keep fleeting, Biko. Okay, so let me try and understand this. To get your life goals and purpose together, else no point. Feelings will keep fleeting. Okay, so let's start from the feelings will keep fleeting part. Yes, if you are not in a marriage, right, and you're just in a relationship, feelings might tend to move from one person to another. But let's actually be honest. What's saying that married people don't have feelings for other people, right? But they just decide to kill those feelings because they are married to somebody. They have made a choice to stay with this particular person. So we don't need this, right? If you decided to stay with one person, right, you can decide to just be in a relationship with just one person, be a monogamous human being, right, and not necessarily get married if we're thinking about just feelings, right? But of course, there are other things that are wrapped around this marriage waiting. To get your life goals and purpose together, else no point. If this is the way I'm thinking it, I'm not sure if I agree with this statement, right? Because I mean, your life is supposed to be put together before you decide that you want to go into a marriage. You can't come and be a liability to somebody, right? So I want to I want to believe that this person means that you guys will jointly like set your life goals and decide on your purpose in life together as man and wife, husband and wife. Yes, I guess that this is what this person means. Else, if you're saying that it's when you get married that your goals in life and your purpose is going to be realized, I don't really agree with that. So yes, I'm gonna assume. Let's assume that you mean that setting joint goals and joint purposes for life is what you mean. So yes, it's easier if you're in a marriage as compared to if you're just in a relationship with somebody. But then again, if you decided that, oh, this relationship is my final bus stop, you have to set your goals together. So, yeah. Okay. So next person says to have children, procreate. If childbearing is done out of wedlock, we are in a society where they will hunt you for that. Okay. So let me just mention again. I live in Lagos, Nigeria, West Africa. Africa. Yes, that's where I stay, right? So, and of course, demographic of my followers are mostly Nigerians, right? For now, you guys will blow. So yes, of course, our society is one that frowns against having children out of wedlock. So if you're not married and you have been a child, society is looking at you like, what are you really doing? Yeah, but let's actually be honest, right? In our generation right now, it do usually happen that baby mamas and baby daddies happen, right? So yes, we have that. But yeah, if we're thinking society wise, yes, of course, if you want to do things and you don't want people to judge you, quote and unquote, get married. You're on the covenant of marriage, so you can do and undo with your husband or your wife as his wife. So yes, and then the final one. This person says to legalize my relationship and also as a Christian to have sex that wouldn't be considered sin. But mostly the first one, so that's mostly just to legalize the relationship. Yes, so basically this person is saying that her purpose of marriage is just to legalize the relationship. Let's just put a legally binding contract to the relationship, basically, right? So in the event that anything happens, you have a legal backing if you decide to take that route. Okay, so alright, so basically from all the responses that I read out, right, I kind of noticed that the major reason why people get married, right, is so that for one, as a Christian, you can have sex and not be judged. Yes, can have sex and not be judged. Secondly, to procreate, excuse me, on the procreation, yes, under the spiritual covering, not having children out of wedlock. That's why people want to get married. And then third reason is as like, you get married for the purpose of getting a legal binding contract, basically your marriage certificate. Yes, so those are like three major reasons that I've seen why people want to get married. So personally, personally, back to reality. So personally, for me, I agree with the three major reasons why that I've read out that people like actually want to get married so that you can have sex without being judged, and then have sex and it will not be a sin. Legal binding contracts, and then which one am I missing for? Procreation, right? Don't be having children out of wedlock. I mean, if in the event that you do decide that you want to have, so I'm trying to pick my words very carefully because this might be a very controversial topic. I think maybe being a baby mama or being a baby daddy. It's your personal decision, to be honest. If you don't want to get married, if you don't want to be saddled with the responsibility of marriage, and you decide that, oh, I just want to have a baby, by all means, my daddy, have a baby. Personally, I think that marriage is a very dicey thing, right? Right. The prayer is that you marry the bone of your bone and the flesh of your flesh, right? And in that you find everything that you're looking for, your goals and everything are realized, right? That's the That's the prayer. That's what everybody wants, right? But then it can be dicey at times. So yes, I do agree with getting married to legalize your relationship. Yes, so that, let's actually be honest, anything could happen. So in the event that anything happens, you have a legal backing. Yes, I agree with that. I definitely agree with but like, you guys, let's backtrack a bit, right? If your purpose of getting married is just so that you can have sex without it being a sin, um, there's really a problem. Like, I think that it's not okay. So it can be one of your reasons, right? But like, if that's the sole reason, um, I think there's a problem with that. Yeah, my personal opinion. I think that there might be a problem with that. But yeah, there are different reasons, different or let me see, there are a lot of reasons, right, that make up somebody deciding that, oh, I want to get married to this person, I want to spend the rest of my life with this person. There are different things that pull into that realization, or that pull into somebody making that decision, right? So yes, companionship is one of them, procreation is definitely one of them, um sex without you feeling like it's a sin, yes, preach. Um, what else again? What else again? Next of kin. Yes, it's one of them. So yeah, basically I agree with what everybody has said. Yeah. But then my 2 cents is just make sure it's something that you really want, because it can really be dicey. Yeah. Do really basically do what works for you. That's just what I'm saying. Do what works for you. So I think that on that note, we can end this video. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you made it to the end of the video and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Thank you very much. So I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Kisses.